Elizabeth Hurley, as I live and breathe. There you are.
Hello, Tony, and good morning, Utah.
Yeah, thank you so much. The last time we sat probably together in a junket was serving Sarah. That's how long it's been.
With Matthew Perry. Wow.
I know it's the world we live in, but I'm so glad to see you and catch up with you. I love Christmas films. Do you love Christmas films?
I do. I do. Every year I find that I'll watch a couple of old favorites and then hopefully always find a new one. So, and obviously we all watched quite a lot of television in the last few years as we were home for so long. So, yeah, I found myself watching quite a few actually, quite a few new ones. Yeah.
One of our favorites here is Father Christmas is Back, and this, of course, is the sequel
Yeah.
uh, to that. And you do such a lovely job in these. I mean, they're so light and breezy and just fun to watch.
Oh, well, good. I think that sometimes we need that. I think certainly, a lot of people have been through some pretty tough times in the last couple of years. And sometimes curling up, especially if it's a movie you can watch with your family,
Yeah.
it really makes a difference, I think. And if you can feel good at the end of it and maybe be a little moved emotionally, I'm kind of a sucker for that. I love it.
Me too. And I love, serving of course, the warm toddies and, maybe a glass of wine or something and just unwinding with a Christmas present like Christmas in Paradise. This must have been so much fun to shoot. Of course, you're in the Caribbean shooting this.
Yeah, we were in the Caribbean and it was absolutely beautiful. It was a fabulous cast.
Mm.
We had the wonderful Kelsey Grammer playing Father Christmas. Our last name is Christmas. So I played Joanna Christmas. He plays my daddy,
Yeah.
James Christmas. And then I have two sisters as well.
Mm.
And Kelsey's just a wonderful man. I've been a fan of his for years from Frasier. And I knew him as a really funny comedian, brilliant comedian. All those Emmys he won and everything. He's a brilliant man.
Yeah.
And then when I worked with him, I realized that not only was he, incredibly funny, but he was also so emotional and so moving and such a good actor, not just a comedian. And I've really learned a huge amount from Kelsey through working with him twice now. And he's a really impressive man, and I love him. And then, of course, we have Billy Ray Cyrus, um, who was an extraordinary man. He looks extraordinary now.
Yeah.
He's got long braids and he's got a big cowboy hat. And
He's doing his Willie Nelson impression.
oh, he talks real slow, and we loved him because
I
English
know.
people are like, "Oh my God, he's so
And he's got a brand new rendition of Achy Breaky Heart for this movie.
And it's a great one. He's got a Caribbean rendition of Achy Breaky Heart. And when we first meet him and Kelsey in this movie, that's the first thing they're doing. They're playing on the beach. Billy Ray's got a steel band with him, and he's got all these fabulous people from the island dancing to his song. It's a really great moment. And he's a lovely man. I mean, it was a pleasure to work with him.
And were you working on two movies at the same time? With Christmas in the Caribbean and this?
No, and no, I wasn't. It's just a coincidence that I happened to end up doing two Christmas movies in the Caribbean. It is absurd, and it's true. I have Christmas in Paradise,
Mm-hmm.
which is the Billy Ray,
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Grammer one, and then I'm also in another movie called Christmas in the Caribbean. Completely different. This is a romance.
Mm-hmm.
It's light, but it's really a romance. It's for women who've looked for love and they've never found their missing puzzle piece. They've been close, they've been engaged, they've lived with people, but it's just never been the one. And my character, she just hasn't found her missing puzzle piece. And at the beginning of the film, she's jilted by someone who she thought was Mr. Right, and she's left in her wedding dress
Oh,
alone. And she takes her two girlfriends on what should have been her honeymoon. And then we have to see what happens when she gets to the Caribbean.
this is Elizabeth Hurley. Was this guy crazy? What? Man.
Wow.
You are such a great comedian on film as well as probably in person because we've joked. But I think the movies that you've done show off a great comedic talent.
Oh, well, thank you, Tony. Thank you for that very much. Yeah, I I seem to go between light comedy and playing evil. I seem to do both.
Been the
I'm
devil once or
very bad.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very,
McDazzle.
very bad. Yeah, and in Gossip Girl and The Royals, to be honest, I was really bad. So I like doing a little bit of both. It's
Well, it
kind of nice.
keeps your muscles,
Yeah.
in tone. I do think that you do so well in presenting and understanding a character. Like in this one, you're playing, Kelsey Grammer's daughter, and yet, you're a woman of the world, and you've got so much going for you. These are so well written.
They are well written, aren't they? Yeah, and my character's quite interesting because she was a really successful woman in fashion, not particularly nice, tough, hard. And then at the end of the last movie, she gets pregnant. Beginning of this one, she's got her baby.
Mm.
And she's the same person. She wants to conquer the world and she wants to be the editor of a leading magazine. But also, she wants to stay at home with her baby because she loves her baby. And so this movie for my character is also really questioning some of the things we do and acknowledging that sometimes what was right for us then isn't right for us today, and that it's okay to change course. And that's quite a lesson for all of us to learn. It's quite a hard one too. It's easier to stay on course than veer off it.
Well, it's a lovely message. I mean, just for women in general, that you could be who you want to be, and accept yourself as yourself.
Very true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I love talking to you and always have, and let's not wait too long the next
No,
time.
definitely not. See you soon, I hope, Tony. Thank you very much.
I promise. Thank you, Elizabeth, and it's always good to see you. You look fantastic. So, Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas to you too, and to all your listeners, followers in Utah.
In
Utah?
in
Yes.
Utah. Yeah, you
Yep.
got to come out and visit.
You bet. Thank you.